Have you ever been in a situation that's just made you so uncomfortable that you don't know whether you should drive directly into oncoming traffic or take off all your clothes? Yeah, me neither. What? That's so weird. Who would even think of that? Me. That's who. Especially after you hear what I went through, you realize you can't script this shit. What do you even do in this predicament? So let's not waste any more time and just hang glide right into this story.
Straight face, so good. I be working casinos, true foreign bras, okay, I'm bilingual.
To give some more context so this story makes sense, my main career at the time this took place was in life insurance. And no, not the sitting back taking money from rich people while we sail to the Virgin Islands type of life insurance. Okay, don't mind the Virgin Island reference. I just watched the Epstein documentary. It's the first thing that came to mind. No Diddy. You know what I mean? Anyways, I would be in the absolute trenches of the hood, like the low income Section 8, and go door to door with signatures to these people that filled out forms they don't even remember, get cussed out, threatened, and every once in a blue moon, let into a home to see if I could help out their situation they're in. Quite a dream job, isn't it? I know, you're jealous. Didn't think it could get any better actually until I go knock a door and I start hearing rustling inside, so I'm relieved like finally someone's gonna come to the door. The door creaks open and standing there is this fat, shirtless old man in gym shorts who almost looks pinpoint like the old dude from Back to the Future if he only had little Debbie snacks like his life depended on it. But honestly though, for this line of work, this is like right in the realm of what I would expect. Before I could even get a word out to introduce myself though, he welcomed me right inside his little shack of a place. I walked inside and just thinking, damn, this is a little too easy. He ended up leading me to what I guess technically is considered a dining room if you were to completely ignore all the piles of clutter, dust, and trash everywhere. I start with some small talk, build up trust with little Debbie for probably a good 15-20 minutes, honestly. Just trying to pretend I understand why his first 5 marriages failed because the women were the problem. Totally logical small talk conversation. When it finally got around to life insurance and why I was even there in the first place, he lit up like, oh yeah, I got an insurance, man. Let me see if I have his card laying around. And next thing you know, he was hobbling down this dark hallway into the abyss with me not knowing if or when he is even gonna come back. So now I'm just left alone in my thoughts, sitting at this disgusting kitchen table. So I figured what better time to take in my surroundings than right now. I scanned the entirety of this little box I was sitting in. Probably took about 15 seconds. To my right was his living room. He had this old beat up couch, recliner, and probably a 55, 60 inch TV from the early 2000s on. And there was this tiny lamp in the corner. I looked away and immediately my brain just starts signaling to do a double take. I didn't know why, but I listened to it. I scanned right back to this 60 inch TV and all I could see was that the screen was on. Like my eyes haven't really fully adjusted or registered anything yet. So I stay staring at this screen and slowly the picture becomes more and more clear. I was staring point blank at a gaping pussy. Not just any pussy though, one with a pecker sticking right out of it. And it wasn't a normal angle either. It was like the camera was set on the floor of a kitchen, aiming upwards towards the direction of the dude's butthole. And you can see the girl was bent over the sink, but her whole body was blurred. Little Debbie just paused his point. And I've been sitting here in this house with him for at least 25-30 minutes now. Now thinking back to him being shirtless has a whole new meaning to it. Where the fuck was his shirt? Was that his rag? It almost made me want to just sit up in my chair, turn into this little gargoyle and start barking at him when he comes down that hallway, you know what I mean? And that's when I heard him creaking back down the hallway and I have to immediately lock in. His fat belly appeared around that corner before he did and I couldn't even register what he was saying to me. I was just in my own world trying to come up with this escape plan. Little Debbie must have not only been one horny old fuck, but he must have been deaf too, because when he sat back down, he sat directly on the TV remote, and that program that has once been paused was back in full-blown effect. Now my chair was faced towards him, and the TV was right behind him in my peripherals constantly, and he was in the chair directly in front of me, shirtless, legs open, hungry for God knows what. I just know I didn't want to find out. And when you think things couldn't get any worse though, they did. He keeps trying to talk about this life insurance guy he had, showing me his business cards, but all I could hear was, oh yeah, oh. I quickly realized though, this wasn't just any normal either. You know how like when you go visit little old granny and she has next to her vibrator that electronic picture frame that does like a slideshow collage of pictures of the grandkids and whatnot? That's what this video playing on the TV was like. Every 10 to 15 seconds, it would change from what I thought was already bad to even worse. Not only would the video change like a slideshow, but the sounds change with it, blasting into my soul, eliminating every bit of self-worth I had left. I felt disgusted, dirty, like I need to burn my whole outfit and possibly myself, because how in the world could I be horny right now? No, I'm just f***ing with you. I literally wanted to kill myself. The worst part is little Debbie just kept on talking. On and on and on, and he had no reaction in his face at all. Like there was no sign he got caught white-handed, edging in his living room. Either his soul is already gone, or he has stage 4 dementia and forgot he was yanking his hog not even 20 minutes ago. And out of nowhere, the sound started changing to the worst gulping noise I've ever heard in my life, and I glanced over to witness a grandma throwing neck no giraffe. I started scrambling at this point, trying to focus and hear what he was saying, hoping to God for a way out. Then I hear it. If there wasn't blasting in my ears right now, it would have sounded like angels singing in this moment. He hits me with, yeah, man, I got like 8,000 in coverage to get buried, so I'm good. I sat straight up, knowing in my head that it costs around $14,000 to $20,000 to get buried. So he has nowhere near enough coverage for burial. But f that. If I were to teach him and sell him a policy right now, this has to be considered a sort of prostitution. So I stood up. Hell yeah, man. I'm glad you got your shit figured out. And bolted directly for the infected door handle. No handshake, no goodbye, nothing. Just gunning for the exit. Only one problem here though. I couldn't figure out how to open the fucking door. So I started panicking like, am I doing this wrong? And I look over at him and hit him with, am I or something? And he slowly hobbles over and opens it up for me, and I just bolted right past him back to my car. I felt like I could finally breathe clean air again. I wasn't inhaling semen pheromones anymore. I took a deep breath, hopped in my car, and pulled up the next lead I had to go knock. Tried to eliminate any memory of what just happened out of my head by going straight back to work. And I shit you not, the lead that pulls up in bright bold letters, Lisa Cox. I can't escape it. It's destiny at this point. So I did the only thing I could. I went home. That shit, I'll try again tomorrow. Hell no. What's up, guys? If you enjoyed this video, comment what you thought about it. You know, I haven't uploaded in a while. I know I've been a little distant. You know, trying to focus on a career outside of YouTube is really stressful, and obviously a lot of shit's hitting the fan. This is one example of a million. And I plan to make these videos a lot more if you enjoy it, because it's super easy to make. It doesn't require a shit ton of work when I already have a busy life. So let me know your thoughts. I'll definitely put some more out. Thank you for sticking with me through this time period, and hopefully 2026 brings some more content. Thank you for showing the love. If you're here watching this, I hope it got you going. Till next time, deuces.
You can call me Sloshed, I'm not really a boss. Only find me when I'm crossed. 1v1 me never lost, yeah. Too dressed to be private. I'm about to start a